Hi chaps, it is 8:30. So this is going to be very brief today because I've got both sons home now for the summer. So if you're watching the replay, then yeah, this won't be, hopefully, won't be too long. I expect you'd like it to be quite long, but I can't make it too long today. So, hi everybody. I've got one question for you for today's video. Hi Josie, hello everybody. Yep. So I've got a question. Got 7 people watching really well. Maybe it's a good thing to post. What do you think? Actually posting, you can see the notification hopefully that I'm doing a video. So I'm about to do a video. Anyway, yeah. So I have got a question for you. Hopefully you can give me an answer. First of all, I'm going to show you a picture from my phone. You can't see anything. Hi Ian, what can't you see? Yeah, I'm going to show you something in a minute. You tell me if you can see this on my phone. Right, here we go. So I finished the shawl I was doing last week. Right, now there's a bit of a delay. NC, that's North Carolina, isn't it? I think. Anyway, so there's a delay on the between when I'm speaking and when it's showing up. Okay, yeah, it's a bit of glare actually, isn't there? Okay, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen that. Okay, so this is not very good. There's a lot of glare on the camera. Yeah, let's put it down a bit. There we go. Right. I need an opinion on this compared with the virus shawl. I want to make a very, very large shawl that's like about floor length, like very big. So the choice is between this one, it's called the Adeline shawl, and the virus shawl. So what do you think? Yes. So I don't know. I'll try and put it up again because I have to tilt it down a little bit. So let's just see. Put it up like that. Now this one, it's got points on it, and it's got actually, if you know the pineapple stitch, the pineapple shapes, that's what this has got in it actually. So if you're familiar with that, and I'm not sure if the picture, I'm not sure if this really helps either, but if you look up the Adeline shawl, yeah, it's got the pineapple shapes in it, and it's got nice points around the edge. I'm going to choose between that one and the virus shawl to do like a very big one in white. So what do you think? You like this one? You prefer this one? Yeah. Yeah, this one is in shades of blue. I can't actually show it to you because it's being blocked at the moment. It's wet, it's being pinned out. It's on the floor in the dining room, so I can't show it. But it's nice sort of variegated blue, shades of blue, this one. But the new one, I'm going to do it in white. I thought I'd do it in cotton actually, the new one, if I do like a very big one, and I'll have to work out how much to buy. If I were to make a very big shawl, that the length would be from my neck to the floor, like about 5 feet long. How much yarn do you think I need to buy? I think probably quite a lot. Yeah, so, but I'm thinking about making it in white because it'd be part of my like costume, my medieval yeah, costume. So, yeah, so yeah, it would probably be white cotton, fingering weight probably. Actually, that Adeline shawl, it does suggest using a fingering weight. That was actually worsted weight, the one I actually did it in. But I'd like to do a fingering weight one. So, yep. Yes, I think, yeah, so I think it's going to look pretty good. The Adeline, I think, would look pretty good in white, I think. I think the virus shawl might as well, I don't know, but this one, I've only actually seen this in plain colours before. It does look quite nice, got to say. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's really my question today. I might put up a poll, maybe when I do my Friday video as well, because I won't be starting for a while. I'll do one of those polls. I haven't done one of those for a while. On a YouTube video, you can do a poll. and it'll like appear on the screen, a little shape in the corner, and people can vote. Maybe I'll put it like on my Facebook page, people can vote on it. Of course, the anything crocheted is not medieval anyway, because there are only records of actual crochet records going back a couple of 100 years anyway. So, but my knitting skills are not good enough really to, well, at least I'm not confident enough in my knitting skills. Yeah, I mean, I suppose cream might be all right, Ian. Yeah, might be better actually with coffee stains in there. But I don't know, rather fancy white. I think it might look rather good. So, yeah. So it seems to be people like the Adeline. And I do quite like that one. And actually this one that I've just done is quite small because I just had about half the amount that was suggested in the pattern. So yeah. So I'd buy quite, I'd like to make one a lot bigger than that one. So yeah. Anyway, would the points fit with medieval? Says Josie. In fact, what I should do, I suppose, is to look at knitted shawls that they might have worn to see what kind of shapes they are. All right, Ian, so you think that it could be authentic if it's like lacy. Might go back that far. So my character, my husband's character and my character, they're from the Norman period, around the 10th, no, around the 11th and 12th centuries. So we're talking about, well, about the 1100s. So that's the kind of time period, really. Yeah, maybe I ought to look up what shawls look like. I mean, I presume they wore shawls. Did they have maybe just rectangular sort of shapes? Wrap those around themselves. I did rather like the idea of making one of these shawls. I got so into shawls, as you probably gather. Definitely don't need to make any more. I think we don't need to make any more virus shawls. So yeah. Make a cloak. Now that's an idea. Of course, I suppose that might be even more time consuming. Maybe I ought to make something that's semicircular, because of course that's the other idea, which I mentioned, I think, in last Friday's video, talking about semicircular shawls. And Ian, I think you told me about, I ought to be looking on Pinterest a bit more, because there's a lot of patterns and charts and doily patterns and that sort of thing on Pinterest. And I don't make use of Pinterest enough. I'm sure there's loads of things I could find on there. If anyone's got any ideas, so feel free to link me stuff in the comments section later. Of course, any links, as some of you might know, any links that people post in comment section tend to generally go to the spam section, so I have to approve those. But if you've got any ideas for patterns or anything, but I do like this Adeline one. Anyway, so Rose, so yeah, all right, and everyone in the frosty morning in Lord of the Rings land with a dusting of snow in the Alps. Yeah, Lord of the Rings. Yeah, what? I don't know what time period. Well, I think it's kind of an alternative universe, really, isn't it, Lord of the Rings? All right, yeah, bye, Rose. Yeah, nice to see you. Right. So anyway, yeah, I said I was going to make this fairly brief. I am sweltering here. It is really hot. I don't know if this is the hottest day of the year. If not, it certainly feels like it. I went out and bought a fan. If you follow me on Facebook, or my normal, not my crochet page, you'll have known my saga of buying. So I'm just going to work out which way to move on. Here we go. Bought this little fan. It's a USB fan next to Prod there, and you can't really see it. Anyway. Every shop I went to, it wasn't until my third shop I went to that I found a fan, any sort of fan. I eventually bought a USB fan, plugs into my computer, or a charge plug, a USB charging plug. Yeah, all right, well, yes, yeah. So, yeah, Pinterest does sound like a nice idea, but yes, there are plenty of other places as well to look at as well. Yeah, thanks for that, Candy Goss. Now I have a list. I have a book with I've got a confession to make. I have got a list of names with people's real names, and so I'm gonna like read up on people's names. I think. Right. So, oh, Sean, hello. Was it the hottest day? The hottest day since 2006 in parts of the UK today. Well, it feels like that here today. I've got your sock pigs up here on top of Plod. Can you see them? Yeah. So, Amber, where are you then? It's hot where you are as well. And I've been making lots of ice. I haven't got one of these fancy fridges that makes ice, so we have to fill up ice cube trays, and then so I've been constantly filling up my ice cube trays, and then yeah, putting them into a pot and then making more just to have plenty of ice. It's just ridiculous. Most UK houses don't have air conditioning. It's worth going in the car. Most modern cars have air conditioning. It's worth going for a drive in the car just to get cool, I think. And that's what I've done a couple of times today when we've gone on shopping trips. And, you know, ridiculous. Anyway, right. Yes, it is pretty good. The USB port, yeah, USB fanning, and yeah. Yeah, Brittany, yes. You like the heat, being outside at Spray Park, and yeah, right. Yes, water parks are brilliant when it's hot. Spray parks, water parks, brilliant. Yep. So, just reminds me of the days of my trips to places, one or two places I've been to in the States where they've got water parks. Yeah, very nice. So, oh yeah, air conditioning, John, yes. It's called opening the windows. Yeah. I work at I volunteer at a charity place where we have people can come along with their computer problems and help them with, along with some other volunteers, we help people with any issues they've got with laptops, phones, or any technology. And there's one lady there, she's probably in her 80s, I think. She used to live in Singapore, and she said, you know, obviously, like in Singapore, they're well used to this kind of weather. Anyway, what they would do is basically keep the windows closed and the curtains or the blinds shut, and it was cooler. Basically, just keep the blinds shut all day and the curtains shut. But because it was so bright, you still got plenty of light coming in, but it was actually cooler. You don't open the windows and keep the blinds shut. It was actually cooler like that. Yeah, my husband said at his work it was 36 today, and I said, is it illegal in this country or anywhere to actually have to be in working conditions that are too hot? And he said, no, there's a lower limit. It's a legal lower limit, but not an upper limit, which I think is ridiculous. I wouldn't like to work in this, work in an office or anywhere in this kind of weather. And they don't have, well, in fact, they have to get somebody else to come in. It's outsourced by the contractors to come in and turn the air conditioning on in their office. They've got great big offices, and they had to get somebody in, these contractors to come in just to turn the air conditioning on, which is ridiculous. Surely somebody can just press a button somewhere, can't they? And they're probably paying somebody a ton of money to come in and just turn the air conditioning on. I think that's like ridiculous. But everything is outsourced. Their canteen is outsourced, and the cleaning company is outsourced. They're all employed by even the people at the reception desk. It's another company, or these agencies and contractors. They're all these sort of separate jobs within the company. It's just really weird. Yeah. So anyway, as I said, I'm going to keep it fairly short. Got both kids at home now. We collected my youngest son from university yesterday. Drove down to Southampton. That was quite a pleasant trip because the car's got air conditioning, so it was great. Picked him up, stopped off a nice pub then where they do nice food on the way home, and went out shopping this afternoon, Sainsbury's, hoping also to get a fan, but every shop we went into just were out of fans. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I don't know what the temperature is here at the moment. Plymouth in Minnesota, Alicia, yes. Yeah, Yeah, I think you said actually, didn't you? Yes, I remember you said before your daughter's moving to Plymouth. Which part of Minnesota is Plymouth? Is that sort of southish or northish? Anywhere near Minneapolis? 40. Wow, it's 40.5 Celsius. Amber says. Wow. Keeping lights off. Yeah, Brittany says keeping lights off helps as well from being too hot. Yes, in fact, I got told off by my husband when he came home from work about an hour ago. He said, "You've left all these lights on around the house." I'm pretty bad for that. Although the one he was complaining about in particular was the dining room. I was just taking a picture of that shawl. I needed to try and get good lighting to take a picture of the shawl that I just pinned out for blocking. So anyway, I'm going to leave it here just because I'm melting. I'm like, I can feel the sweat dripping on my eyelids at the moment. So 18 degrees in Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada. That's low for you, is it, this time of year? Right, I think, yep. Yeah, it's got to be more than that here, it feels like, yeah. So, I suppose the lights do produce a bit of heat, I suppose, but I wouldn't have thought you'd notice the difference really, the heat, but yeah. Anyway, going to leave it here. I'm going to try and think of perhaps doing a theme for my, maybe have a question or something, doing a theme for my, if I do things like Monday night live streams on a regular basis, but they're probably going to be quite short just because I want to keep them quite late so American people can join, but it's also when the family are around, so I have to try and squeeze in between doing the family meal and other stuff I do a bit later. So anyway, you're Welsh-born ginger, says Ian. Right, you're ginger, right? Yeah, you're melting. I think people who've got that fair complexion, well, certainly me, the family, we're all quite fair-skinned and quite, yeah, fair. Basically, we do seem to suffer in the heat. Right. All right, so you're probably really suffering, Brittany, as well with your problems there as well, I'm sure. Right, yeah, Alicia, nice to see you and everybody, Amber, and Sean, thanks for coming, everybody. And I shall hope to see you all again soon. I've of course got my Friday video. Candy Goth, sorry, I forgot what your name is. You have told me. Let me know if you're still here. You type your name again. My brain's like, you know, it's melting, basically. Can't remember. Okay, so hope you're all doing well. And I shall say goodbye for now. And yeah, see you all again soon. Now I've got to find out which to turn it off. So, right. Bye, everybody.